Hello, everybody. This is Grace with Grace on a Journey Channelings. Welcome to the newcomer, and to those of you, my fellow travelers returning, welcome back. Your presence is appreciated, and this is me showing gratitude. I hope everyone is having a positive day and things are looking better for you, because it's mostly mind over matter. Life is a journey. We have hills, we have valleys, we have mountains. And sometimes we have to swim in deep waters. But the goal is to learn to adapt, to be flexible. As you surrender and go with the flow, you'll notice that as you grow, the experience will bring more fruit and will benefit you and yours, your family, your foundations, your situations in the long run. But we must be in the mindset of staying positive. It also helps you to stay balanced, keeps you grounded, keeps you focused. It helps you utilize your willpower and be able to create, not just dream, but to manifest your dreams and experience your dreams while awake. All of that is possible in this moment in time. For those of you that have aligned yourself with your highest good. And those of you that haven't, that are just being exposed to reality and leaving illusions behind. Take a seat, observe, take notes. This is your season of preparation. When it's time to take flight, you'll be guided to do so. Just stay in your lanes, and you'll be led to what fly zone is customed for you. Well, as far as the title's concerned, I find some humor in it. But again, I channel messages, correct? And so I surrender to what I am being led to share. And as much as I find some humor in it, it is what it is, and I welcome it, and I invite and welcome my spirit guides, my angels, my beloved ancestors, and anyone that is for my highest good to come through. Because we're about fulfilling my soul's purpose. And that's where it starts and ends. And so I am willing to be a vessel and to share my story and the channeled messages guidance and wisdom, and what can assist to keep us all in higher vibes, positive vibes, loving vibes. Today's title, y'all, get ready. The title is Back to Sleeping on the Floor. You heard me right. Back to sleeping on the floor. Now, when you hear that title, what may come to you, those of you that are alert, if you're back to sleeping on the floor, that means for a moment of time, you had the opportunity to sleep on a bed, above the floor, on furniture, right? It's like life. We're all tested. And there are opportunities for us to stay on track or get off track. And those of us that get off track and fall into the puddles of self-sabotage end up sleeping on the floor once again. Now, I hope you don't find yourself in that category. But the truth is, there are many in that category. Due to, I have to say what I'm being led to say, okay? Due to certain bloodlines and what they've inherited. Some of these people that we know to be persecutors in life were promised to the dark side even prior to their birth. They were promised by their ancestors confirmation. Their bloodlines received gifts, powers, chances, opportunities in exchange for their offspring. And this is why in their life, they too look for victims to sacrifice. They were sacrificed. And so now they look for sacrifice in order to maneuver around this world because they were born cursed. They was born with that destiny of hardship, being stuck, bad luck, poverty, and so forth. And they spend their lives trying to be frauds, scam people in order to catch up. They find themselves always trying to catch up. They find themselves always looking at that person's life. I prefer that life. I want to live that way. Why didn't I have that chance? Disregarding the facts. Who did you descend from? What were your parents like? What were your great-grandparents like? What were your great-great-grandparents like? What are the secrets, the dirty laundries that nobody else is supposed to know in the community, but you know to be true? Who were the abusers? Who were the rapists? Who were the thieves? Who were the addicts? Who were the prostitutes? When you take the time to write down your family tree, right? And next to Aunt so-and-so, you list the positives, you list the negatives. Next to grandmother so-and-so, you list the positives, you list the negatives. Next to grandpa so-and-so, you list the positive and the negatives. And when I say this, I'm referring to textbook. This is something that research has been done on. As far as certain addictions and repeated cycles, when you do a family chart, you'll notice mom had mental illness. Grandma had mental illness. It may skip great grandma, but great great grandma had mental illness. Or dad battered my mom. Granddad battered my mom. Dad cheated or mom cheated, but great grandma cheated too, and Aunt Sally cheated too. Although it's not referred to as generational curses in textbook, but we know that's what it's referring to. Repetitive cycles that are not taking us forward, confirmation, but keeping us stagnant. And when they keep us stagnant, we regress. And what happens is, as we regress, our future generations inherit those footsteps as their guides. And this is why mom, who couldn't be faithful, has a daughter who can't be faithful. Because her uncle was her father. It may sound funny, but it's also reality in many households, in many bloodlines. And the healing cannot surface because they are in denial, all right? They're wearing masks, okay? And they walk around with superficial persona. I'm better than you. I look better than you. I sound better than you. I'm from a better country than you. I have this. I have that. I have money. I have a better car. I have a better house. I have a better. But the truth is, it's all a facade. The truth is, what's better was stolen. The truth is, the grass wasn't greener on the other side. The truth is, whatever favor that you receive from the dark side is temporary. And so in your betterness, understand you will be getting uncovered. Because your mask is temporary. And the illusions and the capes you wear and the energy harvesting that you do to cover yourselves with the energies of those that walk in genuine frequencies is just for certain amount of time. Because the world continues to turn. And because balance is the fruit of the universe, so you must experience what you give. What you give is what you receive. If you give fraudulent experiences to your neighbor, if you steal from your neighbor, if you rape your neighbor, if you lie on your neighbor, if you frame your neighbor, you have to understand the one who originated that energy must claim it. Because when you back to sender it, it's out of your energy. You don't receive it. But the person who originated, the person who did that spell work, the person who lied, the person who stole, the person who abused, the person who raped, the person who was run by a spirit of jealousy, run by a spirit of lack, run by a spirit of poverty, run by a spirit of low self-esteem. That person. Now, some of you refer to them as that demon, that nobody, that Judas, that Jezebel, whatever you refer to them as. Whatever it is you give is what you will receive. If you give love, expect love back. Now, we're all aware that doesn't mean you will be receiving love from those you give love to. That's my story. But truth be told, I'm surrounded by love. That's my reality. Because balance is the fruit of the universe. So, regardless if I've received the love back by those that I loved, or if I've received it elsewhere, God is always for my highest good. God prefers that I receive love from those that authentically come in love. Not those that are coming in favor. Because they need something from me. Or they need to steal something from me. Or they need to break something in me. God wants me and aligns me with my highest good. And this way, my will is in alignment with His will. We don't sit back and say, God, I want pain. I want to be lied on. I want to be stolen from. I want to be cheated on. Most of us, okay, the ones with our sanities still intact, we don't sit back and we ask God for low vibrational experiences. And so our will is aligned with what God knows to be our highest good. And those of you that want your prayers heard, want your petitions heard, want to achieve those dreams, confirmation, you have to be continually working on keeping and maintaining your vibration close enough to that of God so that you can be heard. Because if you're in a lower vibration, if you're doing everything ungodly, and then you say, well, I can just say I'm sorry. If you want to still continue to believe in the illusions of the matrix. If you want to just continue to say, I'm sorry. If you want to continue to believe, okay, I said I'm sorry, so now I'm forgiven. If you want to continue to believe that, that's your chosen track. But those woken up understand, and they look around and experience the truth. They see the truth. They hear the truth. They're witnessing the truth. They're speaking on the truth, which is what comes around goes around. What you give is what you get. Disregarding if you did it in the privacy of your basement, the privacy of your closet, the privacy of your mind. God knows. God hears, God sees. And so, faking the funk, claiming to be high vibrational, claiming to be renewed, claiming to shed the skin of yesterday, that slid around with the snakes you once called friends, will not assist you in your vibration. Your vibration is an energy. And so the lies you tell carry that energy. And that hypocrisy you do carries that energy. And those illusions you give carries that energy. And this is why you are unable to execute any manifestations of a higher vibration, because your dwelling place is in a lower vibration. So what you are able to attain is of that lower vibration. You refuse to retain the information when it's given to you, when it's been given to you several times and for many years. Those of you that want to receive what is of a higher vibration, you have to be not only in the mindset, but are you physically behaving in such manner? Is your soul pure? Or is it dark? Is it still hurt? Is it full of resentment? Is it full of hypocrisy? Is it full of illusion? Is it full of theft? Is it full of plans of fulfilling the darkest desires that you fantasize about? You see, God hears those, okay? He sees those. Someone needs to hear that, because someone is stuck. And this is how you get unstuck. Until you are in your purest form. Until your heart resembles what God originally had planned for you, until you are not in the energy of backstabbing, energy of blocking, energy of stealing, energy of insanity, energy, confirmation, energy of poverty mindset, energy of lustful mindset, energy of greedy mindset, energy of prejudice mindset, any energy of grandeur mindset, energy of God complex mindset, until you graduate from that mindset. I heard that confirmation. Until you graduate from that mindset, you will continue to be stuck in the rut, because that's your cut. And this is why your reality is back to sleeping on the floor. Okay? Now that's not what I heard that's not all I heard when I was given today's title. But I was like, can we just add the rest in the episode? Must we add it to the title? And I was given that opportunity to add it during the episode. Because the title I received, in all sincerity, is Back to Sleeping on the Floor with the Roaches. Nah. Back to sleeping on the floor with the roaches. Yeah or nah? Question mark. You see, roaches are persecutors, right? They're very hard to get rid of, especially when you're infested with them. You surround yourselves with them. You live in a filthy home. You conduct manifestations with the lowest of vibrations. You send monitoring spirits. They're attracted to your kind. You see? And so when you find yourself on the floor because of self-sabotage, once again, when you find yourself on the floor because of addiction, once again, when you find yourself on the floor because of attempting to kill, steal, or destroy, once again, you find yourself in the midst of the roaches on the floor with you. That is your truth. Those of you that are in denial of the roaches surrounding you. Okay? Message sent. Now, the channel song I received, I didn't like it because the reason why we spell words is because words are spells, right? So when I heard that song, I rebuked it. I was like, I don't like that song. I don't want it in my energy. I don't want it in my spirit. Not realizing it was because I was supposed to share it in the episode today. Because that's the choice that some people have made. And we all have choices. And this is why, especially as adults, we have to live with the choices that we've made. We don't get to run to mommy for help or daddy for help. We have to face our consequences. Those are the moments that we grow. That is how we mature. That is how we gain wisdom. That is how we choose not to repeat them again in order to avoid the pitfalls that we chose. We learn to stop chasing waterfalls when we fall. You see? And this is the reason why we must spend more time in reflection, not just self-reflection, but in reflection before we move, before we jump on the boat, before we throw stones too, before we accuse, before we lie, before we steal from, before we behave immorally, unaligned with the values that you supposedly had, unaligned with the faith that you supposedly practiced. Everyone who takes a ride on the ferry, everyone who took a ride, everyone who plans to take a ride on the ferry is experiencing, will experience continuous wrong in their lives. Those ferries that do not align with wisdom, that do not float on living waters, carry you to the wrong destinations. Question: has your ferry gone wrong? I said, has your ferry gone wrong? It's just a question. Be careful whose boat you ride. Now, the song that kept on playing in my head, and the song that many who had choices and chose those choices because they had the right to choose, because they have free will, you're contagious, drive me crazy, give me what you got. Did you get it, girl? Girl, did you get it? Boy, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get what they got? Channeled message. Now, I would like to refer to the spread that I have before me today. The first card is future, upper world. As I continuously share with you, we are on a journey. The goal is to continue to ascend, continue to progress, continue to go to new heights that would take us living our lives in a moral manner, practicing ethical codes, practicing values, practicing treating others the way we want to be treated in order to be in that mode of going up. That's the map to the future. But those that chose the illusions being offered by lower vibrations, claims of fame and riches and power, and wanted to get what they got, the illusions of what they got, rather find themselves where? On the ferries going wrong. So this card in particular would be for those of you that found yourselves not compromising yourselves, not seeking validation, not people pleasing, not putting your faith down. Because that's what some quote unquote religious people do. They claim that they live and abide by a certain faith and the legalities of that religion and so forth. But when it comes to decisions to progress, decisions to benefit, decisions to move forward in life, they put that faith down. They put that religion down. They put those morals down. They put everything that could be masked down, and then they go down. But there are depths that you cannot recover from. When you go down too far is when you experience you must stay down. We all have choices. I pray that you follow the steps. You let God guide your steps. The next card is Journey. What I like about this card is there is a light, and it's lighting on you. It's giving you an opportunity. Hey, see me? I'm over here. Focus on me. Follow me. But then there are all these other directions you can go towards. Some of them would be jumping off a bridge. Some of them would be going backwards. Some of them would be going in the directions that you don't even see what's ahead. There's so much confusion. There's so much illusion. But the sad part is, even with this map, some of us say, well, I've experienced the light before. I'm bored with it. I'm going to try another direction. I feel like something new. I think behind those bushes over there, behind that rainbow where they promised that I'd find that pot of gold, I think I'm going to go in that direction. I think I want to do that. Everybody has choices, right? If rainbow is your flavor, that's your choice, right? Everyone has free will, right? And so as you move forward on your journey, the truth is, it's yours to make. The problem is, the lie is that when you take that journey, that you have the power to enslave others or to mind control others or to manipulate others to follow you and not use their free will and not be in the energy that they've decided for themselves. The lie that gives you the impression that you can get away with it, the God complex that you have, is what brings you to the ferry that goes wrong. Okay? Those of you that want to go in the right direction, those of you that want to ascend, those of you that want to experience the upper world, those of you that want a future, okay? That want to shine like the stars, right? The goal is stay focused on the light. Stay in the direction of the light. Don't stray away from the light. Don't compromise the light. Let the light lead you. Get on the ferry that goes right. The next card is rejection. See? The ferry that gone wrong is now rejected. And those who are riding that ferry along in that mindset, in that energy, are also rejected. They're not just rejected mentally. They're rejected physically. They're outcast. They're given pushback. They're also rejected spiritually. They lost their protection. They're in confusion. They're stuck, experiencing anxiety. not knowing how to paint the next illusion in order to appear to be in the right direction. They lost their abilities to manipulate what you see. And it's not because they are no longer joining forces with the darker side. It's because you have blocked them. It is because you are protecting yourselves. It is because you know who they are, what they do, when they can do it, how they can do it. See, when you're trying to stay ahead of the game, you have to know your enemy, you have to know your strategy. And I'm also being told you have to be in acceptance. Because they have a smile does not mean they're not your enemy. Because they say I love you does not mean they're not your enemy. Because they said I've changed does not mean they're not your enemy. You have to wake up to the reality that in desperation, confirmation, in desperation, you execute desperate measures. So, in your free will, choose well. Next card is intellectual richness. Protects fertility of women. Makes children respectful towards their parents. These were the attempts being made by the enemies. This is why this energy had to make an appearance, because in their attempts to take you down, to steal from you, to kill you, to destroy you, they were strategizing and executing to their capabilities. To destroy your intellectual richness by downgrading it, by utilizing smearing campaigns, by stealing from it, by claiming it's theirs, by sabotaging your brands. Those were the attempts being made. Some of you, a lot of you, is what I was redirected to say. Your wombs were being targeted because it's a connection between mind, body, and soul. It's a connection with as above, so below. So in order to fortify whatever spell work, whatever illusion, whatever malintent that they are partaking in, they attack your physical, they attack your mental, and they attack your spiritual, your soul. And so as they attack your womb, so you cannot be fertile, you cannot multiply, they push forward in adding dark magic to cause you to not be able to create what will benefit you and your progress in relation to your projects, your professional life, or anything that would benefit your family, your household, your wealth. They attempt to bring blockages and standstills. And this is why when you pray, that's what you pray against. You pray against those standstills. You pray against those blockages. You pray against the chaos, the confusion, the delays. You pray against it all, and you send it back to sender. Whoever's telling you don't send it back to sender, don't believe the hype. Because a lot of folks out there telling you not to send it back to sender because they're sending it. Do you understand me? Because they're sending it. And so they're going to program you to benefit themselves. When you send it back to sender, it just takes your word of mouth. God, the attacks that they are sending to me, send them back to sender. It does not take any wickedness. It doesn't take any darkness. It doesn't take any receiving of negative karma. Recall, the negative energy originated from them. So back to sender would go back to them. It does not come back to you. And that is the truth. So it's time to wake up. Be in your power. Confirmation. Be in your power and get higher. Okay? Because you can't just sit back and just expect to move forward when you are not taking part in the movement. This is your journey. Okay? Assistance is just what that is. Assistance. This is your journey to walk or go through. The work cannot be done by anyone else but you. This is why your talents cannot be stolen from you. Your gifts cannot be stolen from you. The delays happen when they do their magic. But the experience only happens temporary, because as the world continues to turn, they fall on their faces. They experience the illusion, I got it, I won, it's mine, I have the gift. Oh, I put her in her place. Now she has to fall back. Now I'm running the town. And then what happens? They awaken to reality and realize their ferry has gone wrong. Oh my God. And that is just the truth. That is the fact. That is reality in real time. Don't believe the hype. Pay attention. Be alert. Recognize the signs. Because if you take the time to observe, you will witness them as they experience their curves. Choose well. Next card is the devil. Addiction, depression, mental health issues, ego, secrecy, obsession, cheating, dependency, bondage, materialism, sexuality, powerlessness, hopelessness, abuse, violence, assault. What is that sounding like to you today? Does that sound like the fairy gone right or the fairy gone wrong? I'm just asking y'all. Okay. This is an interactive learning process. Okay. This is an experience that we want to all not have go in vain. We want to use this experience to gain wisdom. We want to use this experience to make wiser choices. The best way to learn wisdom is through someone else's mistake. Take the opportunities, climb the ladders, reach for the sky as the opportunities arise. It's time to stop being handled by a puppeteer. I am not a puppet. Some of you need to recite that in the mirror as often as you can and start making your own decisions. Start defining yourselves for yourself. Start pushing back anyone who cannot respect your boundaries. Boundaries in association with your highest good. Not boundaries that will keep you in your toxicity. Okay? Because those that come to you in good intent, trying to help you to get on track, that's a favor from God. Recognize the gifts. But those of you that were or that are experiencing Judases or Jezebel, or frankly incubuses and succubuses that want to keep you away from God, away from your highest good, away from favor, away from abundance, away from protection, away from light, away from growth, away from legacy, away from all that you've ever dreamed of. You must stand up and in all your power, you must claim and live in the spirit. I am not a puppet. Next card is grounding. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of that term. And I'm also sure a lot of you don't have any clue what it means. Besides, oh, I've heard it meant to walk barefoot on the grass. There are many ways to ground yourself, people. You can also ground yourself with all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What are you touching? Those are all ways to be in that present moment. To experience that energy. And to gain the effect of being grounded. Feel your feet. Without your hands, without your fingers. But be with your feet. Be with your ankles. And when I say be with, I mean focus on them. What do they feel like? Is there any tension there? Any pain there? Is the circulation good there? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it low on energy? Is it high on energy? Your calves, your knees, your thighs, your legs. Your waist, your hips, your spine. Your fingers, your hands, your wrists, your arms, your shoulders, your neck, your head. Focus on them. Those are all ways to ground yourselves. Now you can start from the root to the crown or the crown to the root. But inspect your bodies. When your mind is racing and going all over the place and confusion, and take a chill pill. That's just another way of saying take a breather. Take your deep breaths. Right? And be present in your body. Be present in your body. You may recite, I am present in my body. I feel the sole of my feet. I feel my toes. I feel my ankle. I feel my calves. I feel my knees. I am present. I feel my thighs. I am present in my body. I feel my hips. I am present in my body. I feel my spine. I am present in my body. And so forth. And those are just exercises that I just shared. There are a variety of ways for you to ground yourselves, all available on the internet, free of charge, all available in books from the library, free of charge, all available to people that are like-minded, who are developing themselves, who are ascending, who you witness progressing, that can share with you as well. Your growth is not determined by your finance. It's not determined by your connections as far as status is concerned. Since that's what the big hoopla is about. Let's sacrifice others so we can have status. Meanwhile, you're just taking the ferry that's going wrong. Learn to treat others the way you want to be treated. Because you want to go right. Because when you go right, you manifest right. It's your choice. It's just a recommendation. The next card is kindness and nurturing. And what I'm receiving from this card is the kindness and nurturing has to be something that you practice in your self-care before you do it for others. Some of you have heard that you need something in your cup to share from your cup. So if you need something in your cup to share from your cup, you have to nurture yourself. Okay? You have to be kind to yourself. One of the ways of being kind to yourself is by seeing yourselves with loving eyes rather than judging eyes. Does that mean you are in denial and you continue to tell yourself, I'm never wrong, I never do wrong, I've never done wrong? No, not at all. It's saying, yes, I slipped up there, but yes, I'm aware of it now. Yes, I'm not going to do it again. Yes, I'm going to make amends. And if that means I have to connect with someone to make amends, I'm going to do that. However, let's highlight however. Let's bold face however. Let's use italics on however. However, if those that I've offended have closed the doors, they have set boundaries, they have X'd me out of their life, they have banished me, I must respect their call. Okay? One of the ways you can make amends to someone that is not in communication with you is you pray about it. You say, God, I offended so-and-so. I know I was wrong, but that door is closed. I must respect that door. But please awaken so-and-so that regardless if the door is closed, I was wrong. I know I was wrong. And I apologize. That's your amends right there. You do not have the right to push up on people. You do not have the right to manipulate people. You do not have the right to do spell work on their hearts. I'm saying the truth because someone needs to be set free today. Some of you are manipulating people's hearts by doing your spell work, are trying to implement thoughts in people's heads, are trying to, utilize anything, whether high vibrational or low vibrational, to arrive at your God complex, overriding and taking the free will of your neighbor. And I'm being told to tell you that again is why you cannot manifest. That again is why you are stuck. That again is why anything that is manifested in your life will be on the same category of low vibration that you find yourself in. That is why people will continue to manipulate you. That is why people will continue to do love spells on you. That is why you will continue to be the puppet for the puppet master. That is why you are sad. What you give is what you receive. If you continue to spy on people, whether you spy on them spiritually, psychically, whether you spy on them, hacking them, or sending people to gang stalk them, whether you spy on them by, any type of manipulation, understand you are attracting that same type of energy in your life. Meaning, as you spy on them with your tarot, as you spy on them with your he say, she say gossip, as you spy on them in any magnitude, that same energy is being attracted to you. Law of attraction is real. As you vouched to be an enemy to them, you have others that vowed to be enemies to you. And so they will come with that same energy. A lot of you right now are being crushed, demolished, conquered, executed because of the fact that all of your energy was focused on destroying those that had no interest in you. And so you got butthurt. How can I destroy them? How can I ruin them? How can I ruin their reputation? How can I make them walk with their heads down? And all that time you was doing that, you was attracting that. So your enemies were getting that. They were getting that call. Oh, it's time. It's time to get on them. It's time to get on them. They have no protection. It's time to get on them. They're being exposed. It's time to get on them. They can't win. So as you continue to attack those innocent, those who haven't done anything wrong to you, but ask for help, share their experience of being victimized, of being abused, of being accused, of being defamed, of being stolen from, of being attacked by your black magic, by your hoodoo, voodoo, whatever you do. And you consider them to be a target because they said no more. No more of being your slave. No more of being your target to black magic practice. No more of being your victim. And you are in the mindset, the evil mindset, the twisted mindset, the demonic mindset, the fairy gone wrong mindset that, okay, I need to attack them because they're defending themselves. I need to attack them because they're tired of being abused. I need to attack them because they're tired of being stolen from. I need to attack them because they don't want Judases and Jezebels in their circle. I need to attack them because they don't want to live a life of immorality. Take some time to pause and check yourself for a moment. As you attack, as you plan to attack, as you continue to attack, take some time to pause and think about why you're attacking. Think about if you were in that person's shoes, would you just sit back and let others destroy you? Would you just sit back and let others steal from you? Would you just sit back and let others rape you? Would you just sit back and let others smear your name? Does it make sense? Because if it doesn't make sense, that means you are in the ferry that's going wrong. Okay? You may want to consider to get another ticket. Because the destination you want to go to may not be in the wrong direction. I'm just guessing. Think about it. I know a lot of you don't think before you act, but that's the problem, right? I know a lot of you are impulsive. And you feel that you're grown and nobody gets to tell you how to act, and you are running things in the illusion. I know you want to think that. But in reality, there's an entire universe that works on a balance frequency. And this is why balance is the fruit of the universe. And this is why you continue to receive what you get. When you do black magic for others to get diseases, for others to get heart attacks, cancers, STDs, whatever you're sending, this is why. Have I stressed it enough? This is why. Let me say it one more time. This is why it has manifested in your lives. It's not because someone sent it on you. It's because you did it. You did the spell work. This is why you are giving birth to kids that are deformed. Okay? And I'm speaking specifically to those of you that have done the magic and have the kids that are deformed. Not those of you who's had kids that are deformed and you've never done magic. Some of us have kids who have some intellectual challenges and we've never done magic. Some of us have kids who have mobility issues and have never done that type of dark vibrational magic. But there is a population that continues to delve in black magic. Meanwhile, they're pregnant, or they plan on getting pregnant, or they stole some type of pregnancy by way of magic. They did spell work to get a man. Then they did the spell work to get pregnant. Then they did the spell work, and now either they lost the baby or the baby is deformed and they hide in the baby and they can't show pictures of the baby and they're ashamed of the baby and they're crying about the baby. But you manifested it, right? You went for it, right? You called it in, right? That's the energy you originated, right? And it's universal law. I will continue to repeat the fact. Confirmation. You cannot deny the facts. You cannot do spell work for someone to be barren, for someone to be infertile, for someone to experience miscarriage, for someone to, and for you to not receive it. and receive it in capacities sometimes further than you, sometimes in generations after you, sometimes in generation after generation after generation, and you witness it too. We all have choices. Choose right or choose wrong. But choose to accept. Okay? Choose to accept your reality. Choose to accept your man-made hells. Choose to accept your induced hell. Choose to accept it. Until you choose to accept it, you will remain in it. Yes, I stole from. That's why I was stolen from. I lied to. That's why I was lied to. I cheated on. That's why I was cheated on. I came in fraudulent energy. That's why someone came in fraudulent energy. I accuse others of things they did not do. This is why I'm being accused of things I did not do. That's how it works. Now, I know a lot of you don't like to hear that some of y'all don't have home training, but the issue is not me. The issue is the sword of truth. Because when I speak to you, the only weapon I possess is not your dark magic, okay? It's not your hoodoo, it's not your voodoo or whatever you do. The only weapon I possess is the sword of truth. And so, with that weapon aiming at you and me too, I must divulge what I am receiving. And that is, we are creating our realities. The reality you find yourself in, the reality you're experiencing, the reality your offspring is experiencing is all self-induced. Stop blaming God for your decisions. Stop cursing God for your decision. Stop saying God is not fair for your decisions. He did not tell you to steal. He didn't even tell you to kill. He didn't tell you to destroy. That was your decision. That was your creation. The truth, and only the truth, is what's going to set you free. And remaining in the truth, authentically true, is not negotiable. You cannot come to God and ask for favor, ask for deliverance, ask for change when you're not in your truth. When you know soon as you get it, you're going to change. When you cannot come to God and ask for favor that will take the free will of others. You cannot come to God and ask for favor that will steal from others their birthrights. Can I tell the truth? I said, can I tell the truth? Because some of you have been praying, but God, she doesn't deserve this. I've worked for it. This looks like me more than her. She isn't qualified. Meanwhile, whatever she's receiving, in whatever area of abundance, is in alignment with what she is called to do, is in alignment with the lifestyle she chose to live, is in alignment of the offer in the alignment with the offering that she's willing to give, is in the alignment of the self-discipline that she finds herself in. Is in the alignment with the moderation that she walks in. You see, some of you that are angry with God. Well, you didn't give me enough wealth. You didn't give me enough abundance. You didn't give me enough prosperity. God doesn't give anything without an exchange. Let me make that clear to you right now. Because some of y'all still in illusion. Some of y'all still in la la land. Some of y'all prefer the matrix. But the truth is, those that God give a voice to sing, He's not just giving you the voice to sing, to be rich, to live in a mansion, to be famous. He's giving you the voice to sing, to edify His people. Pay attention. He's giving you the voice to sing. So as you profit, as you gain, you share, you assist those in need. He's giving you the voice to sing because He knows it will empower you in your spiritual journey. It will heal you. It will heal your family. It will save you. It comes with a task. Others that God has given the gift of communication to, it's not because He wants you just to be a motivational speaker and speak about how great you are and all that you've achieved. He's given it to you to be a healer. He's given it to you to share your story. He's given it to you so others can hear and say, wow, if she escaped death, I can escape death too. If she escaped being sex trafficked, losing her soul, being sacrificed, escaped from receiving gifts that keep on giving, their part, escaped everything that was not in alignment with God's will for her life. If she escaped it all, then that could be my story too. You see, when God gives you a gift, it comes with a task. He does not give you the money to buy your drugs. Can I be real with you right now? I said, can I be real? The money was not given to you to spoil. I'm trying to say this as tactful as possible. He did not give you the money to support prostitutes. Truth be told, I just have to speak the truth. So truth be told, right? We're on the same page, right? He did not give you the money to support children that you didn't even know if they were yours, or if they was hers, or if they was your brothers, or if they was your friends, or if you did it in an affair. He did not give you the money to do that and lie. If you find yourself in a marriage or a long-term relationship and you do have a child on your partner, it is your responsibility to be man enough or woman enough and to divulge that information. Taking care of the child is a given. That is your seed. And that is what God expects. But nothing in that is suggesting God is in alignment with you lying and stealing from one household and giving it to another. Meanwhile, the household you're giving it to is doing black magic on the one you're stealing from. Meanwhile, the household you're giving it to is framing, is lying on, is defaming, is sending all types of magic in the lowest of vibrations and energies. God does not see justice in that. God does not approve of that. God will not align with that. So you can continue to cry. You can continue to pray. You could continue to roll on the floor, on your mat, asking, begging, screaming, crying. Your manifestations will be in the equivalent to your vibrations. What you give, you must receive. All debts will be paid. The fruit of the universe is balance. Did you need it? Did you need that reminder? Those of you that are trying to escape your debt. Those of you trying to consolidate. Those of you looking for forbearance. All debts must be paid. Now, I know y'all not going to like to hear this, but the truth is what I'm permitted to share with you. Although we must treat all others the way we want to be treated, be in the knowledge those that you attack that are in alignment with God's will, that are fulfilling their soul's purpose, that are assisting in raising the vibration, that are giving back, that are in the energy of showing love, that are standing up for what's right. Those of you that are attacking those populations, those of you that are attacking those that are chosen and can't even fake it. I said those of you that are in the energy of attacking mind, body, or soul, mental, physical, or spiritual. Those that are chosen, understand as the world turns, and let's just say this, as you chase karma, quote unquote good karma, make sure you're not chasing waterfalls. Okay? The next card, recharge. Okay? And the energy I'm receiving from here is you need to, one, be in nature, meditate. Okay, be in the environments that are surrounded, that you will feel surrounded by peace, security, calmness, high vibrational energy, life, renewal. Surround yourself with those energies. If you find yourselves in circles that are opposite of those energies, circles will not benefit you. They will keep you on the track or on the ferries that go wrong. And you want to go right. Next card is retreat. That is definitely in alignment with the previous card, where you're going to do things to protect yourself. You're going to practice self-care. You're going to make sure you're in the environment that you need to be to heal, to grow, to progress, to raise in vibration, to ascend. But in that process, retreat is part of the journey. You need to disconnect. You need to pick up your phones when it's time to pick up your phones, and put your phones on silence when it's time to put your phone on silence. You need to answer those emails when it's time. And when it's time for retreat, you don't. You need to be balanced in order to know those seasons, when they come, and how to maneuver as they come. Okay? Let me make a suggestion that may be helpful to you. As you know, life comes with ups and downs, twists and turns. One of the best ways for you to be in preparation mode and ready to go with the flow is for you to be in the know of where you're standing every day. And one of the ways to do that is to assess that every morning. As you meditate, how are you feeling today? What is your mindset today? Truth is, sometimes you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. You already know you woke up on the wrong side of the bed because you feel grouchy, because you're not in the mood, because you're standoffish. Okay, those days, you need to stay away from stressful people, stressful places, stressful situations. Okay? Now, those days that you wake up more energized, you need to be in the mindset, I am going to utilize this energy to be more productive today. This is why we meditate. It is a way to go within, to look within, and to strategize utilizing wisdom. Because being dumb is what continues, it is what causes us to continue to remain stagnant. It's what causes us to continue to repeat generational curses. We leaving that in the back. We're moving forward. We're staying focused. We're looking at the light. We're staring at the light. We're staying in the light. So as you retreat, please meditate. Okay? Please meditate. Now, another thing I want to tell you. Meditation can be done in a lit room, right? It also can be done in the dark. Go with your intuition as to what you need to do for you. Stop allowing others to tell you how to jump, when to jump, and how high to jump. Okay? Learn to go within. Learn to trust your intuition. Learn to pray and ask God to chase away all negative energies, all trickster spirits, all confusion. Because you need to do that first. Because trust and believe, they send in those energies to you. Once you do that, and you are walking in alignment with God's will for your life, then you are free to trust your intuition. And you are free to trust your spirit guides, your spiritual support team in its totality. But as I've shared, there are levels to this. You have to come with a clean heart. You have to come with clean hands. You can't be doing magic to steal something from someone else, or sabotage someone else, or kill someone else, or break up someone else's home, or, cause someone else to have a miscarriage, or cause someone else to have a disease, or you can't be in that energy and expecting high vibrational energy, okay? That's the fairy gone wrong mindset, okay? Get on the right boat, okay? Get in the right direction, okay? Don't look back, okay? Somebody needs to hear me today. Somebody needs to understand the hardships that they went through, the curses that came in form of people, places, or things are now behind. It's a choice. We all have choices. That they can move to calmer waters. All that it is requiring is choosing to take the right next step at a time. It's a choice. Next card is man holding a heart. What's interesting about this card is the energy that I'm receiving, because the previous card was retreat. You gone into a cave and you retreated. Confirmation. And in that cave you made communion. with peace, tranquility, serenity, and decided to move in adaptality, meaning you choose to be adaptable to life as it came, as it comes. Adaptility. And you chose to be in the frequency of the highest good for all. And sometimes it appears to be dark because that's not the decision that you would have chosen. Because you were wronged, you were stolen from. So you're really not in that energy of the highest good for all. But because there's a chain of command, because God is in charge, because you've surrendered to His will, you accept confirmation that in order to remain in alignment with God, I have to be in alignment with His decision, with His choice, with the journey, confirmation, with the journey that He has provided for me. I have to be in gratitude. I have to be open to it. I have to go with it. So, even though you entered the cave and you said, I am no longer in communication, in connection, in any type of relation with any that have harmed me, that have tried to send negative energies on me, tried to take my life or those of my family, miracles occur. And in the new seasons, you become more recognizable to the light that you are. And some who still hate you have elevated to a more twisted nature, where although they still hate you, but they begin to form a confusion of love for you at the same time. It's called love-hate. They hate to love you. Man holding a heart. Beware of those that love-hate you. That energy is dangerous. That energy kills. That energy steals. It destroys. Be alert and use your discernment when seeking guidance or direction or wisdom from those that claim they know God, that they're connected to God, that they're chosen by God, because they may lead you astray. They may lead you to a ferry that takes you to a wrong place. Okay? Use your discernment. Because a song was written called What's Love Got to Do with It? It was very popular in the 80s. Most of you know Tina Turner. And Who in here can say that her husband didn't love her? You can't say that. It can be love. His understanding of love, his way of behaving in love. But then that would also mean love-hate. Because if you're beating up on someone, if you're abusing someone, if you're taking advantage of someone, it's called love-hate. If you're benefiting on someone, if you're taking from someone, if you're accusing someone, it would mean love-hate. Now, we all have choices. Confirmation. Some of you choose to follow the footsteps and continue to dwell in your generational curses. But those of you that are called to break those generational curses, understand that no, a life of domestic violence is not for me. A life of tears and misery is not for me. A life of continually being in danger of losing my life is not for me. Those generational curse breakers are the miracles. You are who your ancestors dreamed of. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams. The card is the miracle card. Are you in your miracle energy? Did you change your ticket? Are you moving to calmer waters? What is your destination? Have you reflected on your journey? Have you revised your map? Or are you waiting to conform with the group that you find with you in making your decision? Make wise choices. Choose well. Next card is mental force. Protects against sorrows and illness. That's another objective of the enemies. To break you down. To affect your mental force. Because if your mental force is affected, then you're unbalanced. And if you're unbalanced, that means that you cannot be at your best performance. So that is why they employ those that are willing to be Judases and Jezebels to love bomb you, to make you be in the mindset that they come in love, that they are there with sincere hearts, that they are building with you. They have a vision with you. They're going to live their dreams out loud with you. When in fact, they're there to distract you. They're there to ridicule you. They're there to spy on you. They're there to take you closer and closer to a point of insanity where you have to be hospitalized. And so they can utilize that created low vibrational manifestation to say, oh, that's because you're low vibrational. This is why that you are experiencing that incident. Meanwhile, they conducted spell work. They were throwing stones and hiding hands. Meanwhile, that is their destiny. That is their truth behind the mask. That they are unstable. That they have a life of being hospitalized. That they've experienced that before. Especially those of you who've never experienced being hospitalized. Those are the ones they want to target the most. Because, oh, she thinks she's better than me. Because I've been hospitalized. Not making peace with the truth, which is, I'm unstable. I'm bipolar. I have personality disorder. I'm a serious case. Yeah, they're disregarding that part. They want to blame you for that part. They want to blame you for what they inherited. That part. Okay? It's in the family tree. That part. Okay? It's rooted in the bloodline. That part. Okay? But they want to blame you when you have no ties with them. No blood ties. In fact, you don't know them. It's called mental illness. And so when you find yourselves in their company and they're trying to play the blame game, recognize their energy. Recall the fact that it's contagious. Step away. Retreat. And repel all love-hate. You heard me right. All energies that come with love-hate. Because that is one of their traits. They love and hate. They love to torture you. They love to lie on you. They love to see you in pain. They love to laugh at you. They hate when you push back. They hate when you block them. They hate when you recover. They hate when you go on with your life. They hate that you're alive. Love, hate, energy. Recognize it for what it is. They will slap you and say, I'm sorry. They will kick you and say, it was by accident. They will betray you and say, someone put a spell on me. Love, hate, energy. Retreat. Break that generational curse. Be that miracle that your ancestors dreamed of. What is your choice today? What ticket are you taking? What destination are you going? What is your truth? Next card. Burden. Overburdened. Overloaded. Responsibilities, stress, problems, weight on shoulders, duty, drudgery, obligation, saddled, restricted, burnout, uphill struggle, taken for granted, taking on too much delays. See, this is what happens when you continue to mesh your energies with those of a lower vibration. When you continue to stay on the boat with the ferries that are going wrong. When you continue to attack God's children. Okay? When you continue to attempt to bring sorrow and illness to those that are fulfilling their life purpose. To those that have accepted the commands of God and have accepted to be in alignment with His will for their lives. And here you are wanting to get them off track because I'm not on track. You shouldn't be on track. You need to wait on me to be on track. You can't go before me and be on track. Mental illness. Okay? In fact, demonic pull. Because many people recover from the energies that were sent to keep them mentally ill. They recovered because they got out of denial. They recovered because they want better for their lives. They recovered because they learned to utilize their throat chakra. They recovered because they have a foundation that they build on. They know who they stand with. Who has their back? What security they have? Who provides for them? Who loves them? Who is always ready for them? They are root chakra ready. And in that healing journey, they found redemption. They saw God. They connected to God. They are covered by God. They chose to go right. In fact, they only take journeys on the calmer waters. Protect yourself from the sorrows and illnesses that are being thrown your way. Some of you that are listening to me are in danger of sorrow and illness. And the reason being is because you are so hated that the ex you have in your life that is low vibrational, toxic, and so forth is conspiring with his mistresses, his harem of a household, to reconnect with you and to gift you with a gift that keeps on giving. Just for that purpose, y'all. Just in the energy of love and hate, y'all. Just through reconnection, y'all. You see, some people with misery love company. And so they don't want to be crying alone. And they certainly don't want to be dying alone. They want you coming alone. You understand? Read between the lines. And so, choose the right ticket. One of the ways you can be assured you will choose the right ticket when taking your test is by coming in the right energy. Coming in love, in sincerity. Coming in the willingness to be aligned with your soul's purpose. Coming in the energy to align your will with God's will. When you come in that energy, you are safe, you're protected, and you are in the right direction. Be careful. Next card is alchemy. Okay? Magic. Can be of a positive nature. It can be of a negative nature. And this is why some people are on a lower vibration and others are on a higher vibration. It was a choice that was made. There was a left-hand path. There was a right-hand path. They chose the ferry that went wrong. So, due to this, the energy they live in, they dwell in, they practice is what manifests in their lives, is what they've created for their lives. But when you choose to walk in love, when you choose to shed dead skin, when you choose to be reborn, when you choose renewal, when you choose to rise again, and are in that mindset, in that energy, in that frequency, that is what you manifest. In fact, the next card is spiritual transformation. Many of you are doing well. That doesn't mean you wasn't attacked. That doesn't mean death spells weren't done on you. That doesn't mean you wasn't stolen from. That doesn't mean your family wasn't attacked. That doesn't mean you wasn't love bombed. But you were able to manifest because of your decision to walk forth, trust God, and experience the life-changing nature of spiritual transformation. And in this decision, in this action, you were able to gain the strength, the wisdom, the strategy, everything necessary for the journey to ascension. Are you focusing on the light? Or are you bored? Are you on retro mode? Or are you bored? Are you on ascension mode? Or are you bored? You get bored because you're used to drama. You're familiar with drama. You were raised with drama. And this is why healing is calling. This is why healing needs manifesting in your life. But it won't come in until you open the door. And you won't hear the knock until you realize that it needs to come. If you remain in denial and say, all is well with me, I'm not boring, I don't need a counselor, I'm better than that population. All types of insults, of demeaning comments, of ridicule. Meanwhile, you need their expertise. You need their guidance. You need their energy. You need their high vibration. But you ridicule them because they experience anger towards self due to your presence in their lives. You see, before you, peace, serenity, progress, ascension was on the rise. And then they find themselves with you and back on the pew, crying, asking God why. Are you mad at me, God? Did I do something wrong, God? How do I get right, God? And you take these opportunities to laugh and, ha, we're stressing her out. Ha, she's crazy. Ha, we're winning. Illusion. Illusion, because those that are on the ferries that gone wrong will experience confirmation, will experience all the wrong they handed out as the world turns. The wrong come with deep waters. Next card is prayer. You're being called to pray, and due to the coloring and expression on the card, it is when you pray, you will find confidence, you will feel rooted, you will bloom in your sacredness, you will see things for what they are. You will reach serenity, clarity. You will attract life. You will increase in your spiritual gifts. You will be protected. You will find healing. You'll be open to receive messages from God. You'll utilize your willpower. Your heart will continue to flourish in love. Prayer. Continue prayer. Continue, because many of you already are practicing prayer. But those of you that need to increase in that department, this is guidance in the right direction. You will experience hills and valleys, but you have assurance that in that energy of prayer, the wheel will continue to turn. Confirmation. And as you recenter, all will be well with your soul. Trust the process and continue to protect your prayer life. There are those of you that are being attacked to not be in the spirit of prayer. They do this by sending spells and attacks for you to be discouraged, for you to lose your patience, for you to even go as far as curse God. Not just question, but curse God. You need to rebuke those energies. You need to back to sender those energies. You need to make clear that energy is not welcomed here. That is not my energy, and I don't accept it here. This is my territory. I am God's own, and only God's own can be present. Anything and everything that is in my territory will be under my authority. And so everything that is not in alignment with my authority, which is the will of God, the mercy of God, the love of God, the grace of God, needs to flee, needs to exit, needs to never return, needs to go back to sender. This is my domain. You need to speak to these energies. This is what I'm being directed to tell you, because some of you just have wishful thinking. Some of you just say, God, make everything good. It takes more than that. It takes more effort than that. It takes more dedication than that. It takes more consistency than that. You have to actively take part in the journey as it is your journey. Assistance is just assistance. Guidance is just guidance. Protection is just protection. But your part can only be fulfilled by you. This is why those who are attempting to be you will never succeed, because only you can do what you were called to do. Let me repeat that. Only you can do what you were called to do. So those of you that are in the mindset, well, I can steal their destiny. I can do it better than them. I look better than them. I sound better than them. I'm this better than them. Understand, you don't have you don't have God's gift better than them. confirmation. And what they execute, what you are witnessing, the magnetism pulling is the God energy in them. It's not by their will, it's by God's will. It's not their talent, it is God's presence. And so in your illusion of your might, that is more powerful than God's energy, you will continue in the wrong direction on the ferry that's going wrong. I'm not going to tell you to wake up. Confirmation. Because you already know it's time to wake up. You already are choosing to wake up or not to wake up. You have free will. Choose well. And utilize wisdom. Child, the next card is prayer again. Yeah, we're really being called to prayer. And in this card, surrendering to God. Asking God, rain down on me. Rain down your favor, your grace, your mercy, your sacredness, your light, your longevity, your favor, your protection, your alliance, your healing, your love, your vision, understanding, your creation. Prayer. Prayer, because that's hope. You need hope, don't you? Confirmation. Hope comes from God. Hope does not come from the person you're imitating. Hope does not come solely from the person that you want to be. Hope does not come from the person that you've made an idol in your life. Because their energy is God's energy. Hope comes from God. Hope came because they stayed in their lane. Hope came because they respect God is God is God. Hope came because they choose God first. They accepted God's decision. And this is why the persecutors made attempts to steal from you. And you could have sat in here and just say, God, why did you let that happen? Why did you let them steal this? Why did you let them break this up? Why did you when in reality, you benefited from it. In reality, God always knows what's best. In reality, as you surrendered, as you adapted, as you remain flexible with God's will, you continue to grow because you stay in the flow. The design of God. God never, quote unquote, takes something away from you or allows something to break away from you or revises anything that concerns you unless it is for the highest good of all. Even in the end of a relationship, quote unquote, if you consider fraudulence being a relationship. Even at the end of a relationship, it benefits us all when God takes his child on a journey to healing. When she heals out loud. When others can learn how to heal themselves out loud. When the vibration is shared all over the world out loud. When the light shines out loud. God's name is praised. When today is better than yesterday. When the reward is better than what you thought you had. When it's an upgrade instead of a downgrade. When you witness your enemies failing after they thought they were 10 steps ahead because they were stealing. When they're unmasked at being fakes, prancing around as if they were better than when they were stealing, framing, destroying, killing in low vibrations, in immorality, in unethical nature, yet they were judges. They were outcasting. They were ridiculing until the mirror was turned on them. Until the truth came. Until all eyes on them. Until now they need you to lend a helping hand. Be careful. That's a quote I heard. Be careful not to kick the right/wrong person in the ass. Because you may end up needing to kiss ass. And some of you behind bars. I just deliver the messages. Be careful. Because certain realities don't give you the high of the illusions. Certain realities don't permit you with the high of the illusions. Certain realities can be very sobering. Be careful. Learn from the experiences of others. Learn from the downfalls of others. Learn from the dethroning of others. As that is the best way to learn wisdom. Next card is community. energy I'm getting from this card is a lot of people that cited that was in agreement, that instigated, dance to the music, is now in that same energy, but opposing you. Opposing the leaders, the thieves, the demons in disguise, the rapists, the cheaters, the deadbeat fathers, the street corner mothers. That same community. That sees you and me. Next card is balance, right? Again, the world turns. As above, so below. And as judgment is made above, it takes into effect below. What was stolen must be returned. No holds bar. No negotiation. What was stolen must be returned. A lot was stolen. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, endlessly. A lot was stolen. But it all was noted. God heard it all. God saw it all. God's judging for it all. It's being publicized for all. God is judging us all. God is in the business of giving justice to us all. Hopefully, you have the right ticket in your pocket. You have the ticket that's going in the right direction. The ticket that's in your best interest. The ticket that is victorious. Hopefully that's the choice you made. Next card is eloquence. Gives answers to those in doubt. See, when you build on your faith, you build on your relationship with God, you become best friends, you sold out for God, you get all the answers, right? Doubt is no longer a part of your vocabulary. You're able to communicate with confidence and eloquence because you know who stands with you. In fact, you know whose shoulders you're on. In fact, you know that your team is in the right direction, is in association with God's alignment, with your will and God's will. Next card is intuition. Love, comfort, kindness, a good idea. Sensitive, thoughtful, introverted, cooperative, quiet, dreamy, imaginative, psychic, emotional. Someone interested in learning about emotional issues. Those of you that's heard me share times before, I'm sure have heard how I always direct you to follow your intuition. But as I added on to that recommendation today, I'll repeat what I said. Before you follow your intuition, due to all the spell work that's being conducted and all the attacks that are being made, some of you are more protected than others. Some of you have more favor than others. Some of you that have earned it before others. We're all on a journey. So, my recommendation to you is to purify your energy, to make it clear to God that you want communication from Him, and to remove any interference, any spell work, any confusion, and say it, speak it, say the words out loud. Ask for direction into what elements you should be utilizing to manifest. High vibration and maintenance of wellness, mind, body, and soul. To achieve fulfillment and alignment with your will in association to God's will. Learn to pray when you take your bath. Release everything that no longer serves you. Anything that brings sickness to you, that brings psychic attack to you, that interferes with your flow of living waters. Rinse away the darkness, rinse away the stagnant energy, rinse away everything unhealthy. Before you drink your water, before you eat your food, pray over it. May it nourish me. May it hydrate me. May it cleanse me. May it assist me in releasing everything that I need to release. As you make your teas, make them intentionally. You utilize chamomile to be calm, to get a good night's rest. You utilize ginger for a healthy digestive system. Ginger is also in the family of protecting your digestive system. Right? Turmeric is also in the color, in the shade, in the family, in the ability, in the energy, in the frequency of protecting your digestive system, right? In fact, it lends healing to several areas of your being. Read about nutrition and its associations to spiritual manifestations. Food is medicine. Your ancestors knew this. A lot of the knowledge was taken away from you when you've experienced centuries of brainwash. To perfect your mindset of alignment to oppression. This is your chance to educate yourselves, to lend that information to your future generations in attempt to raise the vibration and cancel out the generational curses. Confirmation. Are you willing? As it is a choice. Are you willing to take the steps? Are you willing to employ the energy? Are you willing? Confirmation. Are you willing to take the ticket for the ferry going to the right? That's your choice. Choose wisely. Whatever your decision, you will be living out loud. In fact, that's the next card. Live out loud. When you fall in this season, you will fall out loud. When you rise in this season, you will rise out loud, as this is the season. It is in your best interest to be in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. And that's just utilizing wisdom. Next card is Brave Spirit, which is leading me to believe that you're going to have to disregard others' opinions. You're going to have to refocus. You're going to have to be comfortable to stand alone those times that you need to. You're going to have to reconnect with nature, understand nature, exchange information with nature. Understand the moon cycles, understand animals, understand their symbolisms, relate to the plants, to the energies they lend, to the healings they bring. This season is an opportunity for the pioneers to lead those who need redirection in God's light, to reconnect as we were created. with that intent. Be brave in spirit. And those of you that feel cowardly in spirit, because there are seasons that you do, right? Especially those of you that don't know God. Those of you that felt you walked away from God, that cursed God, that disregarded God, that overrided God, and decided to take matters in your own hands and create magic that you thought that would benefit you because you believe it would arrive to you sooner. Not being in the wisdom or in the wise mind of knowing that you may need a little more patience as you wait on God. However, it's leaning. God's favor is in the business of bringing permanent favor. But those of you that are in a hurry, that are willing to knock others down, steal from others, sacrifice others, lie on others, looking for fast money, fast things, fast girls, fast cars, beware. Because those fast gainings are in alignment with the energy of temporary gainings. Choose wisely. Utilize wisdom. Be balanced. Yes, you can execute your masculine energy, but do not leave your feminine energy behind. Because when you do that, that is when you are in your wise mind. When you utilize your rational mind and your emotional mind, you're in your wise mind. And you make wise decisions. And your life and the footsteps you take are influenced by wisdom. And it reflects in your life, in your decisions, in your growth, and in your ascension. Be wise. Next card is fertility. Have you ever heard what you take in is what comes out? It's harvest season. So if you are in the energy of connecting, whether it is spiritually, physically, mentally, with a low vibration, as shared before, the outcomes will come in that energy. In order to raise your vibration, raise your interaction with that energy. It's in the food you eat. It's in what you drink. It's in the medicine you take. It's in the rest you experience. It's in what you listen to. It's in what you talk about. It's in what you look at, what you see, what's in your environment. It's all ingested. If you want to create, if you want to experience fertility, when it comes to originality and creation. You leave stealing behind. You leave lying behind. You leave framing behind. You get in the energy of originality by connecting to Source, connecting to God, being open to God, listening to God, observing, abiding, respecting, obeying what God asks of you, detaching to those God have directed you to detach from. It's a choice. Wisdom is learned better from the mistakes of others. Remember that. Next card is knowing. You just know. You're in the know. And those of you that know. And that's because of your connection, right? That's why you receive the downloads. That's why you just know to go right or to go left. That's why you know to stop or go. That's why you know to leave this relationship. That's why you know to take on this relationship. That's why you know, because you're in the know. But you're chosen to be in the know because God knows you more than you know yourself. God knows you. If he favors you with this, what you will do with that. Regardless on how fair you feel God is or how unjust you feel God is, he knows you more than you know yourself. He's created you, right? But you had free will, right? And your life demonstrates your pattern. If you are in the energy of irresponsibility, of brutality, of violence, of bullying, of stealing, of fraudulent behavior, of intervening with dark magic and attacking and killing and stealing and raping and everything in that direction, God is a God of wisdom, right? God is a God of justice. He's intelligent, makes wise decisions. The goals he has before him, he executes them. And this is why he chooses who he chooses due to their patterns. And this is why he is just. This is why he is fair. This is why he is God. Because you can't buy him. You can't bribe him. You can't override him. You can't kill him. You can't steal from him. You can't know better than him. Because God is God is God. Protection is offered, delivered, and received by all those he has on the field to fulfill his purpose, to share his word, to bring healing. And those of you that are called in areas of healing have that medicine shield. Everlasting protection. Yes, it comes with sometimes having to fly alone in your mission, not necessarily in other areas of your life. Because you work for God does not mean that your life will not be fulfilled in other areas. Instead, it brings a lot of favor in all areas of your life. Don't get it twisted. However, I'm referring to collaboration, or those in competition, those in jealous energies, those trying to take you down, those framing you, those defaming your character, those misunderstanding you, and so forth. You have to be in the energy of your opinion is not my business. All right? And stay in the energy of I'm in the energy of seeking validation only stressing only from God and God alone. Next card is man holding coin. And I believe it's not necessarily man holding coin, it's masculine energy holding coin. All right? That's in association with the medicine shield. Those that are sending blockages to your finances, to delays to your progress, to your career, to your ability to touch and be heard around the world and so forth, and trying to get in between, trying to sabotage you. If it can't be them, it can't be you. But God is in control. God assists with abundance and prosperity and brings fruit to those he chooses. Families he chooses, bloodlines he chooses. And many of you are chosen. Next card is faith. Your faith is in alignment with his will and your will. And in that connection, you continue to grow, you continue to benefit, you continue to ascend. Faith is in alignment with favor. Execution of mission is in alignment with favor. Pattern in fulfillment, in lifestyle, is in alignment with favor. Courage, bravery, truth, honesty, integrity is in alignment with favor. Wake up to that. Next card is perception of unity protects against accidents, heals the sick. More witchcraft. This is just to make you alert what you need to pray against and what you need to protect yourself from. Be aware in who you unite with. Keep your eyes open. Follow your intuition. Trust God. Let him lead the way. Don't search for quantity. Search or accept, rather, quality, because God provides. Accidents can be avoided if you stay connected to God. Sickness will be avoided if you stay connected to God. All right? Remember, he heals. He is the ultimate healer. Foresight. Next card. Travel, moving abroad, foreign land, forward planning, moving forward, self-confidence, self-belief, freedom, success, happiness, hard work paying off, experience in life. Yeah, stay connected to God. Continue receiving foresight and watch yourself stay in the mode of progress and receive harvest. Sacred medicine. He will teach you how to self-heal And this is why sometimes you will experience sickness in order to learn how to heal and help others heal. Be well, y'all. Peace, and share your gifts.